France, 1944. The German army braces for disaster. Scouts report hundreds of American Sherman tanks rolling across the countryside. Artillery stretches for miles. The thunder of engines echoes through the night. To the Germans, it looks like the Allies are preparing for a massive assault. An entire armored division ready to strike. But what the Germans didn't know was that almost everything they saw and everything they heard was a lie. The Ghost Army, officially the 23 RD Headquarters Special Troops, was activated in January 1944. Unlike any other unit in history, it was made up of just 1,100 men, not hardened warriors, but artists, architects, sound engineers, and even fashion designers. Among them were names that would later become famous. Painter Ellsworth Kelly, fashion icon Bill Blass. But in 1944, their mission wasn't to create art for galleries or catwalks. It was to create illusion so convincing that the German army would waste time, resources, and lives chasing shadows. This was deception on a scale the world had never seen, and it was dangerous. If the Germans discovered the ruse, the men of the Ghost Army would be slaughtered. The Ghost Army had three main weapons: inflatable tanks and vehicles, rubber Shermans, and jeeps that could be inflated in minutes. From the air or a distance, they looked real. Soldiers even painted mud on their sides and left fake tire tracks to sell the illusion. Sonic deception. Engineers recorded the sounds of tanks, trucks, and artillery. These were blasted through giant speakers mounted on half-tracks. The sound carried for miles, making it seem like an entire armored division was on the move. Radio trickery. Skilled operators mimicked the Morse code handwriting of real units. German intelligence, listening in, believed they were tracking authentic divisions, but the deception went beyond equipment. Soldiers became actors. They wore different unit patches, drove jeeps in endless loops to simulate traffic, and even spread rumors in local cafes, knowing German spies might overhear. One veteran later joked, "We were putting on a show for an audience of one, the German army." The Ghost Army's first major test came after D-Day, as the Allies pushed through France. Their job was to distract and confuse the Germans, convincing them the Allied forces were massing in one area, while the real attack happened elsewhere. They staged fake camps, complete with laundry on clotheslines, fake generals' jeeps, and even soldiers acting as military police. From a distance, it looked like thousands of men were preparing for battle. In reality, it was just a few hundred illusionists. The deception worked. German commanders diverted troops to chase phantoms, buying precious time for the real Allied advance. Life in the Ghost Army was part war, part theater. Soldiers joked they were armed with paintbrushes and phonographs. But the danger was real. Every detail mattered. Mud had to be smeared on fake tires. Supply depots had to look lived in. Even the way soldiers walked through towns had to match the swagger of hardened infantry. In March 1945, near the Rhine River, the Ghost Army staged its masterpiece. The Allies needed to cross the Rhine, but German defenses were fierce. A direct assault would mean catastrophic losses. The Ghost Army set up a massive fake buildup 20 miles away from the real crossing point. Inflatable tanks, fake artillery, booming sound effects. It looked like two full divisions preparing to strike. The Germans took the bait. They shifted their forces to the fake location. Meanwhile, real Allied troops crossed the Rhine with far fewer casualties. Historians believe this deception saved thousands of lives. The Ghost Army blurred the line between war and theater. Soldiers became stagehands, set designers, and actors. They built illusions not for applause, but for survival. They even developed a dark sense of humor. Soldiers would pose with their inflatable tanks, pretending to lift them with one hand. Others painted cartoon faces on the rubber vehicles, mocking the absurdity of their mission. But behind the jokes was constant tension. Every time they set up a fake camp, they knew German reconnaissance planes might be watching. Every time they blasted tank noises, they risked drawing real artillery fire. And sometimes, the Germans did fire. Veterans remembered shells landing dangerously close to their rubber tanks. One man quipped, "It's a hell of a way to find out if rubber burns." After the war, The Ghost Army story remained classified for decades. The men were sworn to secrecy. Families often had no idea what they had really done. It wasn't until the 1990s that the truth began to emerge. Veterans began sharing their stories. Historians pieced together the operations, and the world finally learned about the artists who had fought with imagination. In 2013, Congress officially recognized the Ghost Army, and in 2022, they were awarded the Congressional Gold Medal, a long overdue honor for their invisible heroism. So next time you think of World War II, don't just picture tanks and trenches. Picture a group of artists, designers, and sound engineers, armed not with rifles, but with paint, rubber, and sound effects. They were the Ghost Army. They fought with illusion. They saved lives with deception. And they proved that sometimes the greatest weapon in war is creativity. Comment down below what stories you want to hear next. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so their story lives on